All right, so I got all done out of the rat water. Yeah, because there's nothing more to do. They're planting corn, and I think they're working that field again. I'm gonna pull these mowers out, or at least this one, anywho, and put some grease in it because I feel that it needs to be greased. It can be greased more than once a year. But before I do anything, I want to flip this deck up and see if there's any underneath, because I feel that there is, and I just want to make sure that I don't miss any. I guess now's the time to do them front tires too, while the thing's flipped up. See, it's also a good time to do it while the deck's still clean, which, no. Ooh, somebody sharpened these blades too. Yeah, it's gonna need new blades here shortly. They got little nicks and everything in them, but you know, I don't think there's grease fittings on the undersides here. But yeah, I can spin the tire around and get at the grease fittings this way. Call me insane or whatever the heck you want, but we paid too much darn money for this grasshopper and for that boomer. Well, the boomer, it's a little bit harder to, because you have to take the deck out. I could do it myself, but it's a pain in the butt. And yes, I'm sure that there's somebody out there that says, oh, you don't need to grease some mowers like every 8 hours or so. Yeah, you do. If you gotta grease the corn head every 8 hours, why the hell can't you grease the lawnmower every 8 hours? You know? Spinning parts, you know. Use grease for lubrication. Them tires that I just greased, those spin round and round and around. This drive shaft down here, it's got a grease fitting on it. Yeah, the universal right here. This guy. Okay, that's got a grease fitting on it. It should, anyhow, which I'm not feeling. Which I'm not feeling. Oh yeah, it is. It's right here. Right there. Right there's that little guy. And then it greases this drive shaft way up in here. Okay? So that's what that does. And I'm sure there's one back here where you unhook this to swap attachments out. But you know, I'm not feeling one. I should be feeling one, but I'm not. I don't know. But anywho, so you know, I just feel like, you know, people that, you know, make this stuff up that are like, oh, well, you know, you need to grease, you know, more often. Okay. Just how much is too much? Because I got this grease counter on this thing. Yep, and it's set to 4 pumps. As you heard, it went off four clicks from the high speed. So that I don't have to, you know, over grease stuff. And that's one good thing I like about Milwaukee grease gun is you can't over grease with this thing. I mean, I greased the whole truck today. Yeah, when I got it, the grease gun, I greased the Ford backhoe once, the skid loader 2 or 3 times, and now I'm doing And I'm doing these lawnmowers because I can, and I'm still using the same tube of grease. And I'll bet you that there's some grease fittings in here for them spindles, because I can't believe that they would just, you know, not be grease fittings on them. And that's what makes me mad, is people are too lazy to manufacture this stuff with grease fittings in it. There it is, right? Right there. Right there my finger is, okay? It's right there, that little slot. There should be one for... yeah, for the rest of them. There, that makes me feel better that, you know, taking care of stuff until it breaks and then wondering, oh, why'd it break? Lack of grease. That one there is a little more complicated to take the deck off. I gotta put it in the shop to take the deck off, but that one only sees maybe 60 hours a year, maybe. I don't know, but I know that all it does is just mow along the road. The blue one does. It's not like this one that mows 5-6 hours at the farm. Well, 4 hours, 5 hours. I don't know, but at least it got grease. I feel better. So I'm gonna start with this Steiner. Yeah, this is a little more complicated because it's got this steel roll. There's grease fittings down in here, okay? And the last time that we had this in the shop to work on it, one of them wouldn't take grease, and I knew for a fact, we haven't greased it all last year because it never went to the farm and we never brought a grease gun over. But since I have my own grease gun, I'm gonna take better care of shit. So, yeah, there should be one here, but there's not. Yeah. I thought I knew where they were on this book, from the book, but apparently I don't. Should be some underneath this cover, I would imagine. So we're gonna let this cover down. These wheels here probably get grease. Yep, I feel the grease fitting. Like I said, there's probably some grease fittings underneath this shield. There's no grease. Take that back. Don't know if there's any underneath or not, but I don't know. We don't have a chain fall over here to take the deck off and pick it up to look underneath, but yeah, there are, let me get a light because it is, you know, not the world's brightest over here. There should be one for this pulley. Yep, one there. One for that pulley, one for this pulley, one for that one. Okay, so yeah, a lot of moving stuff on this one. A lot more than the grasshopper. So that one's greased, it's taken care of. This one's greased, but for the life of me, I cannot find the grease fitting for this one. Okay, it's not there. It's not there. whatsoever. So, guess we'll put the thing back together and run it.